everybody and welcome back to my channel. I find it hilarious when I start recording that these guys in the background, when my camera's focusing, it decides to bring up that their faces are also in focus as well. And for some reason it really likes to focus on Two Sword back there, so if I'm out of focus then it's probably because he's better looking than I am. So today on another episode of, actually I don't know what this is, but it's basically I've seen something on the internet and I want to do it. So in the spirit of getting involved in a party that I've not been invited to...
Oh, here we go.
Today I'm going to transform myself into Lady Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu. I'm going to double check the pronunciation, hang on. Alexa, who's Lady Dimitrescu?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Kotaku.com, Lady Dimitrescu, otherwise known as Resident Evil Village's tall vampire lady, is very tall.
Well, that was enlightening for you. So Lady Dimitrescu, as she says, will be our muse for today.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters. Wait, what are you doing?
Now, following on from Alexa's point there that Lady Dimitrescu is very tall, I too am a very tall lady.
Yes, being tall equals power. Everyone knows that. Why do you think giants are really powerful?
Without shoes on, I am 5'7". In heels, I can quite easily tip the 6 foot mark. So when I first saw Lady Dimitrescu appear out of those doors in Resident Evil...
So we finally meet.
I thought that seems like my kind of lady and I want to dress up like her. So of course I headed to where I always head to when I have these kind of ideas, and that was Amazon. And so I've bought myself a few bits. Let's try them on and give it a go, I guess.
What can go wrong?
So to start off with, let's have an actual proper look at her and see what she looks like and what I need to try and achieve. And also, before we get into the transformation, I just want to say if you're new here and you like the sound of this, then please subscribe. It would be lovely to have you join the channel because you never know when I might do something like this again. So without further ado, let's have a look at the lovely lady and work out what I need to do to make this work. I think I kind of have a bit of a rough idea of what I want to do. I know that I need to kind of paint my skin a bit sort of yellowy, paley colour. However, I am quite yellow and pale at the moment anyway. Also a bit hungover. So it's probably helping with the bags underneath my eyes, I reckon. But my skin is a little bit dry today, so I reckon let's just, let's do some skincare. Let's moisturise. Let's start from the very fundamentals. Okay, so I've grabbed everything I need apart from my mirror. Hang on. This is not in any way, shape or form a makeup tutorial that you should ever try and follow. So even if I start to try and give you tips or hints, please don't listen to those. So I must admit, at the moment, I've not actually played the game.
You're a fake and a phony and I wish I'd never laid eyes on you!
And I really want to play it, but price tag is kind of putting me off a bit. I might possibly play the demo if the demo's still available. I'm putting on sort of the ordinary moisturiser. Not that it really makes a difference what moisturiser I use. My skin is still going to be dry, whatever. And you can tell how much I've used this because it's not coming out. I can already tell that my skin is just going and soaking that all in. I'm also going to put on a bit of primer as well. And by a little, I mean quite a bit. Luckily, Lady Dimitrescu's skin does look a little bit crusty dusty, so we're in luck there, because I think mine probably will be too. In fact, I've chosen a foundation that I know is not going to look that great on my skin, because I think it'll add to the effect. Next up, foundation. Oh, man overboard, dropped my foundation brush. It now has a healthy amount of cat hair and also my hair upon it, which can surely only help with the texture. Remember these brushes from like 6 years ago when everybody thought they were good? I still think they're good. Please don't come at me with your recommendations of other ones because I like this one. Okay, generous amount applied, probably will need more. Oh, let's just put it right over my eyebrow. See what I mean about that not very good coverage in terms of it being quite patchy and kind of dusty looking as well. Sort of the look that we're going for, so it's okay. I'm just going to put it down on my neck as well. Okay, now let's go for round 2 to try and cover some of this terribleness up. Okay, it's official. I really hate this foundation because it's rubbish, so don't buy this. Okay, I'm going to try and rectify it with probably some powder, because that kind of seems like a sensible thing to do. Well, that's kind of helped a bit. A little bit. Sort of. Slightly. I reckon that will probably do for the foundation. Now time for the contour. I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is to kind of carve out my jaw a bit, because I don't have a very... I kind of do have a strong jaw, but I also equally don't have a strong jaw. I'm going to try and erase the double chin. Oh yeah. Do you like my beard? Thin out my neck a bit. And she's got some killer cheekbones, so we're going to do that as well. Whenever I do contour, I end up looking like Noel Fielding and his sideburns. Tell me that you don't see it.
I don't know what's happening.
Because I definitely do see it. Time to blend it all in. It's usually at this point when the doorbell rings. The lucky thing is that I'm going to be wearing a wig, so it doesn't really matter if I pull all of this makeup into my hairline. Hair in my mouth. Hair in my mouth. Now time to do some lighter, brighter contour. Not that Dimitrescu is like a Kardashian or anything. But I'm just trying to replicate a little bit of her face shape. She's got stickier out cheeks than me, and also a thinner nose. Oh, I forgot to blend the little bit of brown contour underneath my lips so it looks like I have a soul patch. Face is done. Looking strange. Excellent. That's exactly what I was going for. Okay, onto the eyes. So from what I can tell, she's got like a kind of red lid, sort of like this kind of colour. So we're going to go with that. Now, I know and I'm aware that I haven't plucked my eyebrows, so we're not going to do that today. Why does my hair always want to get involved in an eye look? It's not about you, you're not invited to the party. Right, I don't think this red is red enough. I'm going to find a brighter red. Okay, there we go. That's better. I know this looks like a massively harsh line at the moment, but I am going to blend it out. Put a bit brighter colour on there again. Oh, and as expected, I've managed to get red all over my cheek. Do we reckon it can be saved? Can it be saved? Is it the look we're going for? No, but it's a look. Okay, that seems to have sort of saved it a bit. Let's rinse and repeat for the other side. Now, from what I can tell, she has quite a smoked out black line around her eyes. So I'm going to do that. If you're not making funny faces whilst you're putting on your eyeliner or eyeshadow, are you even doing it right? Why does one eye always just automatically look better than the other? Right, I think my eyeliner is a little bit too low, so I'm going to sort of rein it in a bit. Now I've managed to remove most of the foundation from underneath. Hands up if black and red on your eyes always makes you think of Pokeballs, because it just makes me think of Pokeballs. Eyelashes time! Now luckily, because I have quite a lot of black around my eye, I don't have to be very precise with my eyeliner, which is good, because I'm not very good at it. What was I just saying? Okay, let's put on these eyelashes. I use magnetic eyelashes because I cannot, for the life of me, put on eyelashes that aren't magnetic. Well, I lie. I can always do one eyelash that isn't magnetic, and then the other one, for some reason, will never stick. So magnetic eyelashes, godsend. So simple. Okay, I'm just going to put some mascara on to marry those together.
What do you think of it so far? Rubbish!
Eyebrow time. She has very thin eyebrows, so we're kind of doing sort of 90s goth eyebrows. Well, they're not like super thin, but they're kind of like my natural brows and not my tattooed ones. So hopefully my tattooed elements of my eyebrows are covered up enough. And she has a rounded front to her brow, and I haven't done a rounded front to my brow in probably like 10 years. Ooh. It feels really weird not colouring over like my normal eyebrow line and just colouring in what's there. It's very weird. Normal brows are sort of still there a little bit. You can kind of still see them, but hopefully that's sort of enough there. Now, I'm not going to put my lip on yet because I've got to put a white dress on and it's me, so it will get covered in lipstick if I do that. But I reckon this is probably enough to get us going with for the moment. Time to put on the wig. Okay, this wig does come with a wig cap and 2 clips, which is good. And we're going for that chic 1930s kind of finger waves bob, which is what I think she's got. Well, what I deduced from the pictures. Time to make myself look like a sock. She is beauty, she is grace. She has a wig cap on her face. Why is there always one bit that just doesn't want to go in?
That's what she said.
And yes, I'm putting this on with the label hanging out the side, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to send it back. I think it might be good though. I'm going to kind of pull some of this down a little bit. Why do I really like this? Maybe this is my new style. It's kind of weird because jet black is my natural hair colour, as you may have been able to tell from my roots. I so very rarely have my hair colour natural. Is it on properly? Let me just grab my hand mirror. I think we're sort of okay, aren't we? Sort of looks good to me. Okay, time to start getting dressed. Okay, so seeing as Our Lady of Dimitrescu has a very snatched waist, and I do not, I've bought myself a corset to make my waist a little bit tinier. So pray for me. I'm gonna put the corset on. I'm not gonna show you the corset because it's an under-boob corset, and I don't have an OnlyFans. So I'm gonna put it on and put the dress on over the top, and pray for me. I am struggling. Okay, I'm in. Woo! It's hard to breathe. But I'm in. I've done it. I've made it. And the dress, I kind of tried to get it so it looks like hers. It was a stunning £33. Okay, now is probably the time to take the sweatpants off, isn't it? Now, just ignoring the fact that my appreciation for pizza and IPA is sticking out the bottom, this doesn't look too bad. It's an alright dress for how cheap it was. Okay, time to put everything else together. So there we have it. What do we think? I think it's turned out pretty good for being essentially a costume that I made up from things I found on Amazon and also stuff I already had. So I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know why this seems to be my default pose when I'm dressed up as her. I have no idea why. But what do we think? Everyday look, or shall I relegate it to, once a week? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was fun for you, and thank you for watching me have a good time. Do let me know if there's anybody else you'd like me to dress up as, because I really enjoy doing this. I just find it fun and silly, and pop that in the comments below. And other than that, thank you for joining me today. I've been Nikki Druce, or Lady Dimitrescu, and I will see you ghouls next time.